If you're a die-hard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. In what could be one of the most shocking and exciting moves of the NFL offseason, the Cleveland Browns have reportedly pulled off a blockbuster by signing none other than Micah Parsons, the All-Pro linebacker and absolute game wrecker formerly of the Dallas Cowboys. While details are still emerging and the team has yet to make an official statement, multiple insider sources have confirmed that a deal is either done or in the final stages. If true, this is a seismic shift not only for the Browns' defense, but for the entire AFC North. Parsons is not just another defensive player. He's a franchise changer, a nightmare for quarterbacks, and the kind of player who can tilt the field every time he steps on it. For a Browns team that's been aggressively building its roster and eyeing a deep playoff run, this could be the missing piece they've been looking for. Now, let's put this into perspective. Micah Parsons is only 25 years old and already regarded as one of the top defensive players in the league. Since being drafted 12th overall by the Cowboys in 2021, he has been nothing short of dominant. In just 3 seasons, he racked up over 40 sacks, countless pressures, and more quarterback hits than almost any other defender in the game. His speed, versatility, and raw strength make him an every down threat, someone who can line up as a defensive end, drop back in coverage, or even spy mobile quarterbacks. If you're a Browns fan, this isn't just good news. It's dream come true type news. We're talking about pairing Parsons with an already talented defensive line featuring Myles Garrett, one of the most fearsome pass rushers in football. That duo alone could redefine the way offenses approach Cleveland. So how did this even happen? Rumors began swirling earlier this week when Parsons was seen in Cleveland, reportedly visiting team facilities and meeting with key personnel. Many brushed it off as just off-season smoke, but clearly something more was brewing behind the scenes. According to league insiders, the Cowboys were hesitant to meet Parsons' contract extension demands, especially with a massive deal looming for quarterback Dak Prescott and wide receiver CeeDee Lamb. That financial tension opened the door, and the Browns, never shy about spending to win, made their move. Whether it was a trade and sign or a pure free agent play, depending on the Cowboys' roster maneuvering, the result is the same. Micah Parsons is expected to don the brown and orange this fall, and that changes everything. Defensively, this elevates the Browns into a whole new tier. Last season, Cleveland boasted a top-tier pass defense under coordinator Jim Schwartz, but struggled at times to consistently stop the run and apply pressure without relying heavily on Myles Garrett. Adding Parsons into that mix not only solves those issues, but supercharges the entire scheme. Imagine the blitz packages, the disguise coverages, the sheer chaos you can throw at an opposing offense with those two monsters bearing down. Schwartz is known for his aggressive, attacking style, and now he has 2 of the best weapons in the NFL to execute it. This isn't just about stats or highlight plays. It's about changing the entire tone of a game. With Parsons and Garrett, the Browns' defense becomes something teams fear, not just respect. On the field, the fit is almost too perfect. Parsons thrives in chaos, using his instincts and elite athleticism to find the ball and destroy plays before they develop. Garrett is a technician with absurd physical gifts who demands double teams on nearly every snap. Together, they can feed off each other, forcing offenses into impossible decisions. Chip one and the other eats. Leave both in single coverage. Good luck. Cleveland has quietly built one of the deepest defensive lines in the league, and now they have the star power to match. This isn't just about making the playoffs anymore. This is about competing for championships. The AFC is stacked with Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, and now potentially Rodgers in the mix. You need firepower on both sides of the ball, and Cleveland just loaded up in a big way. But what about the locker room dynamic? Parsons brings more than just talent. He brings leadership, energy, and a relentless work ethic. He's known for his high motor and passion for the game, traits that tend to elevate those around him. In Dallas, he became the heart of the defense almost overnight. In Cleveland, he joins a defense already filled with personalities and talent, but he'll be expected to help set the tone. Myles Garrett is a quiet, lead by example type of guy. Parsons is more vocal, more outwardly aggressive, and that contrast could actually work in the Browns' favor. Think of it as thunder and lightning, one a stoic force of nature, the other a spark of electricity. It could be exactly what this team needs to reach the next level and finally shake the decades-long same old Browns stigma, enjoying the content so far. Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. Financially, it's a bold move, no question. Parsons was never going to come cheap. He's reportedly seeking a deal north of $30 million per year, potentially resetting the market for defensive players. But the Browns have managed their cap smartly in recent years. And with the Deshaun Watson contract already on the books, they knew they needed to go all in while their core window is still open. If they can lock Parsons down long term, he and Garrett could anchor the defense for the next half decade. And let's be honest, this is a league where stars win games. Having two generational talents on the same unit isn't just rare, it's nearly unheard of. Credit to the front office for swinging big. Even if the details are still a bit murky, the intent is crystal clear. Cleveland is going for it. Now, what does this mean for the rest of the AFC North? Well, let's just say Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, and whoever starts for the Steelers this year better keep their heads on a swivel. The Browns defense was already tough to play against, and now they've added a heat-seeking missile who can wreck a game plan in 2 snaps. The Bengals, known for their elite offense, will now have to pay double their prep work. The Ravens, who love to run, will find fewer open lanes with Parsons patrolling the edge. And the Steelers, in the middle of a rebuild, might just want to throw in the towel. This signing doesn't just shift the balance of power, it tips the whole damn scale. The Browns are no longer a maybe, they're a problem. And they're coming for the crown. Of course, questions remain. Will Parsons stay healthy? Will the chemistry work? Will the Browns' offense do enough to capitalize on the opportunities this defense will create? Those are fair concerns, and only time will tell. But for now, this is about potential. Pure, terrifying potential. This is about a franchise that has lived in the shadow of others finally stepping into the spotlight. Cleveland hasn't had this kind of excitement around his defense since the glory days of the Dawg Pound. And now, with Parsons reportedly in the fold, that energy is back. There's swagger. There's belief. There's reason to turn on the TV every Sunday and expect dominance. Browns fans, you waited a long time for this moment, and if these reports are true, it's here. So buckle up, Browns Nation. If this rumor turns into a reality, we're witnessing one of the boldest defensive moves in recent NFL history. Micah Parsons in Cleveland isn't just a headline, it's a statement, a declaration that the Browns are tired of being a punchline and are ready to punch back. Hard! With Parsons and Garrett leading the charge, this team has the potential to terrorize offenses, stack wins, and finally deliver the kind of season fans in the Dawg Pound have dreamed about for years. Whether it ends in confetti or heartbreak, one thing's for sure. The Cleveland Browns just became must-watch football. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!